Greetings and good morning. It is day 126 on the Appalachian Trail, and I am about an hour and a half into my hike, and it's been dark the whole time pretty much, so I haven't wanted to really start my video. And it's now started raining. I got thunder going on, and I looked at the radar, and I'm getting ready to get soaked. So I thought I'd get a message out on a video here real quick. So my plan today is to go to Wiley Shelter. It's a 16 and a half mile hike. And I've got a plan B if I get too hot and can't make it. I'll stop and tent behind Tony's Deli. But that's an 11-mile day, and I really would like to get this 17-mile day. I'm not sure how much rain I'm going to have this morning. I'm getting ready to put my camera up and probably won't get it back out until the rain has passed. It was warm all night last night. No surprise, I expected it. It was 73 degrees when I woke up this morning, so it never really cooled off. And the forecast for this afternoon is mid-90s. So maybe with this rain, it won't get quite as hot. Maybe I can get most of my hiking done in the rain. Well, I don't know. I got dry socks. I think I'd rather have dry socks and a little bit of heat right now. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm going to get what I get, right? So that's my plan. It's a 17-mile day to get to Wiley Shelter. And I'll once the rain stops, I'll try to video some more. Well, I think it stopped raining enough that I can bring my phone back out. Wow. It rained for like 2 hours. I'm 8 miles into my hike today. I'm halfway. It just rained and rained and rained. And but let me tell you a little bit about the pond or the lake I went by. It's called Nuclear Lake. And it's the size of what I'd call a pond. And when I was coming through there, it was raining hard and the skies were dark and thunder was rumbling. And it had the most awful smell. A horrible smell. And so the lake is called Nuclear Lake. There used to be a nuclear fuels facility there from 58 till 72 when there was a massive explosion and or fire. I don't remember exactly what all. But there was a big problem there in 72 which closed the facility. And I think you can still smell the fire from that event. It was just horrible. It was just a bad smell, bad industrial chemical type smell, and beautiful lake. But I can't help but, I'm sure people come out to check and make sure it's safe for us to hike around and people to be around. I'm sure they monitor it, but I didn't feel safe. That smell, something bad happened there. I can't help but wonder my milligram exposure as I hiked around that lake. Anyway, so I'm moving on. Getting as much distance as I can from the nuclear lake. Hoping that the rain is gone. Of course, I know what happens when the rain leaves. That means the heat returns. So I get the best of both worlds. I get heat and soaking socks. Yeah, the trail is just soaked, as are my socks and shoes, and everything about what I've got going on is wet. So hopefully I'll be able to dry it all out soon before I start sweating and getting it all wet again. Well, that is a big tree. I wonder if that's the Dover oak. I need to do a little research. Wasn't showing up on Far Out. Need to look at AWOL. I'll update later if it's Tell you if it is or isn't, but man, that's a big tree. I don't know if that's the Dover oak or not, but the Dover oak is the largest tree on the AT. It's supposed to be over 300 years old. 300 years. Skies off to the west and north look like they're clearing up. Skies to the east and south still look scary. This may be the nicest pasture walk I've had in months. Did you know that the Appalachian Trail has a train stop? There it is. I can't get Nuclear Lake off my mind. It's the weather as I was hiking around the lake. The sky was just as dark as it could be, and it was raining just as hard as it could, and thunder clapping everywhere. Kaboom! And that smell. Oh, you could tell something bad happened there. Kind of an interesting place. I actually made a wrong turn at one point. I thought I was still on the Appalachian Trail, but I was on a yellow blaze that kept right on going around the lake, and I did that for about 2/10 of a mile. Then I realized, wait a minute, those blazes are yellow, not white. So I had to turn around and retrace my steps for a little bit. Yeah, that was kind of almost spooky. So I've only got a couple more miles to get to my shelter, Wiley Shelter. It is the last shelter in New York. I am real close to the Connecticut, New York-Connecticut border. Woohoo! I will probably cross into Connecticut early tomorrow morning. I'm pretty sure I'm going to stop at Wiley. It's a 17-mile day. You know, that's 17, 18 miles is what I'm supposed to be doing. I got up early so I could beat the heat. I don't know if we're going to get any crazy heat later today, but it seems like I got up early so that I could meet the storm. You know, that storm was not forecasted last night. I went to bed and there was barely a mention of rain today. It's crazy how the weather changes here. I mean, in Tennessee, if I've got a weather forecast 12 hours out, it's usually pretty spot on. Maybe not 5 days out, but 12 hours, they're usually pretty accurate, but not around here. The weather here changes quickly. I don't know if I'm going to stay in the shelter or tent. Guess I'll wait and see when I get there. Okay, I'm ready to close out day 126. It's 3:30 and it feels weird to stop hiking at 3:30, but I've been hiking since 4:45 this morning. And I got in 17 miles, and the thermometer on the back of my backpack said 98. So it's gotten warm and I got my miles in, so I'm in a good spot. It was a crazy hike, the first part of my hike this morning with the storm and Nuclear Lake. That smell, man, it smelled bad. There was something wrong there. But now I'm at the Wiley Shelter. It's mile 1460.1, I think. And so I just have a mile and a half down tomorrow to where a shuttle's going to pick me up. I'll talk about that more tomorrow morning is on the way down. Right now I'm done for the day and I'm starting to relax. I need to go find a place to hang my bear bag, although I'm going to finish all my food, so I'm really just hanging my trash and my toothpaste. But I'll go find a place somewhere to hang it. I think that is it. After the Nuclear Lake and after it stopped raining, it was mostly just a hike in the woods and a hike along all these bog bridges. Some of them were super slick, but I didn't fall, so that's good. Take care. Good night.